Hello friends, welcome into College Football Now. I am your host Tom Downey, and the AP Preseason All-American teams are out, so we're going to take you through both the first and second teams one time quickly just to get the names out there, and then we'll break it down a little bit more in depth. We'll start on offense. No surprise here, Trevor Lawrence, teammate Travis Etienne lead the way, along with Jonathan Taylor, Jerry Jeudy, and Tylan Wallace, part of a loaded wide receiver group overall in college football. On the offensive line, Andrew Thomas, Walker Little, Shane Lemieux, Ben Bredeson out of Michigan, and then Tyler Biadasz, or as I call him, Tyler Biadasz out of Wisconsin. Some miscellaneous players now on the first team. Albert O at tight end, Rondell Moore is the first team all-purpose player, Andre Schmidt is the kicker, and Braden Mann is the punter. On to defense, a pair of Big Ten players, Chase Young and AJ Epinesa, Derek Brown and Raekwon Davis out of Auburn and Bama, respectively. Speaking of Bama, Dylan Moses leads the way at linebacker, Isaiah Simmons as well, alongside Joe Bocci out of Michigan State. In the secondary, Bryce Hall, Paulson Adebo, Grant Delpit, and Andre Sisco. Make a note here, Syracuse, as strange as this might sound, 2 first-team All-Americans. Crazy, right? All right, the second team now. Offense, Tua, DeAndre Swift, Eno Benjamin, Laviska Shenault, and Justin Ross are your first-team offensive players, along with Trey Adams, Calvin Throckmorton, botched that one, Tommy Kramer, John Simpson, and Nick Harris. Again, the miscellaneous players here, Jared Pinkney, CeeDee Lamb is the all-purpose receiver from Oklahoma, Rodrigo Blankenship is the kicker, along with James Smith as your punter. Second team defense now, I believe it's pronounced Kenny Willekes. If I'm wrong, Michigan State fans, just yell at me in the comments, it's fine. Julian Okwara. Next up here we have Leki Fotu out of Utah, Marvin Wilson as well out of FSU. At linebacker, Patty Fisher, Evan Weaver, and Shaq Quarterman from Miami. On to the defensive backs here, Christian Fulton, who had an argument to be first team, to be quite frank, CJ Henderson, Alohi Gilman, and then Jordan Fuller from Ohio State. All right, guys, if you want more college football coverage, speak with your views. Subscribe to Chat Sports. Let us know in the comments that you love college football, that you want to have more college football videos, and maybe the powers that be will allow us to do more college football videos. So again, make sure our subscribe link's below, but just hit the big red button. All right, let's break it down here. The first team AP All-American will start at quarterback. Isn't a surprise here, at least to me, Trevor Lawrence. Played a little more than half the year and was utterly fantastic. You saw what he did in the national championship game against Alabama, a no-brainer first team. I agree with the RB picks too here. Travis Etienne, Jonathan Taylor. Look at those numbers. That's insane. Jonathan Taylor, under the radar, the most low-key 2,000-yard season I think I've seen in quite a while out of a back because Wisconsin, and he just didn't win enough games there. Etienne, 24 touchdowns. Yeah, those guys are have well earned the first team All-American nod. At receiver, we'll get more in depth because there are a lot of guys that make sense in reality. 6 guys made it because both of the all-purpose players were receivers. Jerry Jeudy is something special, and Tylan Wallace is also a very gifted receiver out of Oklahoma State. So here's my question for you. You saw a couple Bama players, you saw a couple Clemson players overall in first and second team. So which team will have the better offense? Let me know in the comments section. Type A for Alabama or type C for Clemson. Let me know in the comments section which team will have the better offense in the 2019 season. All right, the offensive line, they're next up here. Andrew Thomas, Shane Lemieux out of Oregon. Tyler Biadasz is probably going to be a first-round pick. I would assume so. I call him Tyler Biadasz because it's a weird name to pronounce, and also he's awesome. Then you got the Michigan guard and Stanford's Walker Little as well checking in on that list. All right, the kicker, Andre Schmidt out of Syracuse, 30 of 34, did miss an extra point, had a long of 54. In the words of producer Alicia, kickers don't play football. Don't blame me, blame the producer there. All right, your all-purpose player as well, Rondell Moore. These are just his receiving numbers, but you guys know him. His kick return ability is insane. It was a no-brainer for me. Rondell Moore was very, very worthy of being a first-team All-American as the all-purpose player. On now to the defensive line, Chase Young. I call him the Predator, by the way. because I don't know if you saw the photo out there of him on social media. He looks like the Predator. It was pretty insane there. AJ Epinesa is going to be a good player as well here. Derek Brown, Raekwon Davis. I would not be surprised, folks, if all 4 of the first-team preseason All-Americans ended up being a first-round pick in the NFL. So here's my question for you. Which team has the best defense in college football? I think Alabama, once again, has a pretty strong case to make there. LSU, they got a great group as well, too. Defensive backs made the first or second-team All-American list. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. All right, first-team linebackers now. Dylan Moses, Isaiah Simmons, Joe Bacci. Simmons is almost a safety, like linebacker hybrid. I expect Simmons and Moses to be first-round picks in the NFL. All right, the first-team defensive backs now. Bryce Hall, Paulson Dibba, who I missed earlier this summer before I got into the scouting side of it. He's great. I love me some Grant Delpit. He's a stud. And Andre Sisco, very much, I think, an under-the-radar player out of Syracuse. All right, guys, today's show is brought to you by our friends over at MyBookie. Head over to chatsports.com/CFB and use promo code CFB2019. Get a 100% deposit bonus. Again, that's chatsports.com/CFB. The promo code is CFB2019. Moving now to the second-team offense. Tua Tagovailoa. There was really no argument for me as to who should be first and second. I think they got the order right. No disrespect meant to guys like Justin Herbert, but you gotta put Tua and Trevor there at the top 2 when it comes to preseason All-Americans at the quarterback position. So who's the better quarterback? Let me know in the comments section. Is it Tua or is it Trevor? I am going to go with Trevor Lawrence. I think there can be an argument made for Tua, but Trevor just won the national championship and outplayed Tua in that game. Both teams had great defenses. Give me Trevor, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section. All right, the second-team running backs. A very different story here. Eno Benjamin had 300 carries, which is a ridiculous amount. But he looked pretty healthy the entire time out there. DeAndre Swift had a lesser workload, but a better per average there. I love both these players. A.J. Dillon, maybe a bit of a snub there. We'll get to snubs later on here, but both of these guys have well earned a second-team All-American nod. At receiver, look, it's super deep. We will get to here in just a little bit. We'll get to CeeDee Lamb, who was the all-purpose player. I might have flipped Shenault and Lamb because I think they're both great, obviously, but Shenault fits the better mold of all-purpose player because he'll play some wildcat quarterback for Colorado. He'll get more handoffs than CeeDee Lamb will, but he was great. He literally is the Colorado offense when he is healthy. And I'll make note, by the way, for Justin Ross, because T. Higgins also great. Imagine catching every pass on average almost 22 yards. That's a bonkers average, even if it is just college football. That's insane out of the former 5-star recruit. All right, the second-team tight end, Jaron Pinkney, out of Vanderbilt. He put up pretty good numbers. I don't know if this year's tight end group is as good as last year's as a whole unit, but still, Pinkney is a very, very good player. I would not be that surprised if by the end of the year, Jared was actually your first-team All-American at tight end. All right, the second-team offensive line, Trey Adams, who has some back injuries, but hopefully he is healthy there. Tommy Kramer, Notre Dame. Nick Harris out of Washington. John Simpson from Clemson. And also Calvin Thorkmotton out of Oregon, part of a really good offensive line overall at Oregon this year. Here's my question for you. Which team has the best offensive line in all of college football? Let me know down there in the comments section. You can make cases for Alabama, even still Clemson. Oregon, though, low-key, might be your best bet. All right, we mentioned the all-purpose player of CeeDee Lamb. I would have flipped him with Shenault, but whatever. They're both second-team All-Americans, and that's where they should be. 65 grabs, over 1,000 yards. Oh, by the way, Marquise Brown is no longer there at Oklahoma. I bet you see Lamb's numbers go up because he's going to be targeted more, even if Jalen Hurts is not the same thrower that Kyler Murray was. Second-team defensive line now. Kenny Wilkes out of Michigan State, Julian Okwara from Notre Dame. Both could be early NFL draft picks. Leki Fotu out of Utah, tricky name, but he's a good player. And Marvin Wilson, that might be a little high. That's kind of banking on some growth overall from him. At linebacker, Patty Fisher out of Northwestern. Evan Weaver, I know, is not a household name because he plays for Cal, and it's the Pac-12, and the games are super late. I get it. but he's good too. Do not sleep on Evan Weaver. And Shaq Quarterman, part of a pretty good Miami Hurricanes linebacking core because they've been playing like their entire careers because they were so desperate when they first enrolled. The second team defensive backs, Christian Fulton, get together with the times, college football. Just put 3 cornerbacks on your first team on All-American list because they play. You use 3 cornerbacks in college football these days. Fulton should be a first-team All-American because there should be 3 of them. Love C.J. Henderson, Alohi Gilman, a great player as well. And Jordan Fuller, probably next in line, no disrespect to guys like Jeffrey Okudah, next in line to be the next great Ohio State defensive back. Let's talk snubs, guys. Who is the biggest snub from this year's All-American teams, first and second team? Among the guys who were left out, I think they should have found a spot for one of the really good Iowa offensive linemen. Tristan Wirfs might have been my pick, but there are some great offensive linemen from Iowa that were left off this year. I think they're sleeping on my boy Brandon Jones from Texas as well, and you can almost pick your wide receivers, guys like Colin Johnson, Jalen Rager as well from TCU. A lot of players who were left off, but I think that's just because of the volume. Overall, compared to last year, I think the AP voters mostly got it right for the Preseason All-American teams. But let me know in the comments section, guys, probably from your favorite team. I get it. But who was the biggest snub this year from the first and second team AP All-Americans? All right, now the teams with the most All-Americans this year. Maybe not a surprise, right? Clemson, they've got 5. Alabama, they've got 4. They led the way. That should not be a surprise whatsoever because those are the top 2 teams in the AP poll. Oh, look, Georgia, they were 3. They've also got 3. I'll make note Notre Dame had 3 as well. There was a big group of teams who had 2. I'll read them off real quick here. Oregon, Wisconsin, Syracuse, yeah, I know, right? Stanford, Ohio State, Michigan State, Washington, LSU. All those teams had 2 first team or second team All-Americans. And then finally, guys, these are the All-Americans by conference. The SEC, they had 14. The ACC, they had 10. The Big Ten, the Pac-12, they had 10 as well, so a 3-way tie for second. And then bringing up the rear, at least in terms of the Power 5 schools, the Big 12 had 2, which is surprisingly low. I did not anticipate the Big 12 only getting 2. I would guess that changes in the end of season. First and second team All-Americans. Well, speaking of conferences, guys, let me know in the comments section. Who is the best conference, or excuse me, what is the best conference in college football? You can't be a who if you're a conference. That's not how it works. So what is the best conference in college football? I know it's the same boring answer we always give. It's the SEC. Top to bottom, the depth is good. The top-end talent is the best. I'm going to go with the SEC, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section.